Why leopards drag their prey into trees. The leopard has done the impossible. After a slow, silent stalk, it finally brings down an antelope almost as heavy as itself. The hunt is over. Or at least, that's what most people think. Because instead of stopping to eat, the leopard does something almost unbelievable. It grips the carcass, turns away from the open ground, and begins dragging it toward the nearest tree. Why waste so much energy after already winning the hunt? Because on the African savanna, catching the prey is only half the battle. Keeping it is the real challenge. The moment the antelope stops moving, a different hunt begins. Not for the leopard, for everyone else. Somewhere high above the savanna, vultures are already circling. They haven't seen the kill. Not yet. But they know what silence often means. Far beyond the tall grass, a hyena lifts its head. Its powerful nose catches the faint scent of blood carried by the wind. Miles away, a lion patrols its territory, unaware that luck may soon deliver an effortless meal. The leopard has won. But the African savanna has a cruel rule. A fresh kill never stays a secret for long. Every second matters. Every minute spent on the ground increases the chance that another predator will arrive. And unlike wolves or lions, the leopard has no family waiting to defend its meal. No pack, no pride, no backup. It stands alone. That changes everything. Most predators protect their food by standing their ground. The leopard knows better. It doesn't waste energy fighting battles it doesn't have to win. Because even if it could drive away one hungry hyena, what about 3? What about 6? And what happens when the unmistakable roar of a lion echoes across the grasslands? Suddenly, the kill that demanded patience, precision, and perfect timing could disappear in seconds. That's why a leopard rarely celebrates. It doesn't stop to admire its success. It doesn't rest. The moment the prey hits the ground, an invisible clock begins counting down. Every heartbeat brings another scavenger closer. Every gust of wind carries the scent farther across the savanna. The leopard understands something few predators ever truly master. Winning the hunt means nothing if you can't keep the prize. And that is exactly why the next decision may be the most astonishing part of the entire story. Instead of preparing to eat, the leopard prepares to climb. The leopard lowers its head, locks its jaws around the antelope, and begins to pull. At first, the movement seems slow, almost awkward. The carcass catches on grass, roots, and uneven ground. Every step costs energy, every pause wastes time, and somewhere beyond the trees, the competition may already be closing in. This is the part most people never think about. Bringing down the prey required speed, timing, and precision. But moving it to safety demands something else entirely. Raw strength. A leopard may be dragging an animal close to its own body weight, sometimes even more. And it is not pulling across flat ground. It must reach the base of a tree, find the right angle, grip the bark, and climb while the dead weight hangs below. There is no momentum to help, no second predator pushing from behind, no one above to pull, only muscle, balance, and determination. The leopard drives its claws into the trunk, its hind legs push upward, its shoulders carry the load. For a moment, everything seems to stop. One slip, and the carcass crashes back to the ground. One mistake, and all the energy spent on the hunt may be lost. But the leopard keeps climbing. Higher, farther from the hyenas below, farther from the lions that could take everything in seconds. This is not just an escape. It is a race between exhaustion and discovery. And the leopard must win before the savanna realizes what has happened. Finally, the carcass reaches a branch strong enough to hold it. The leopard pauses. Its chest rises and falls. Its muscles tremble. But for the first time since the hunt began, the clock has stopped. Below, the ground still belongs to stronger predators. Above, the rules are about to change, because the tree is not merely a hiding place, it is a fortress. Below the branch, the savanna remains dangerous. Hyenas can gather in numbers. Lions can steal a meal with almost no effort. Wild dogs can overwhelm a solitary hunter through speed and teamwork. On the ground, the leopard is surrounded by animals stronger, heavier, or more numerous than itself, but only a few meters above them. Everything changes. The hyenas arrive first. They circle the trunk. They smell the blood. They can see the carcass hanging above their heads, but they cannot reach it. They wait. They pace. They stare upward, and the leopard simply watches. A lion may appear next, powerful enough to drive almost any predator away from a kill, but strength means little when the prize is balanced high above the ground. Some lions can climb, but their heavier bodies make the branches far more difficult to navigate. The higher and thinner the branch, the greater the leopard's advantage becomes. This is where the leopard's true intelligence is revealed. It does not defeat its rivals by overpowering them. It defeats them by choosing a battlefield where their power no longer matters. The tree becomes more than a shelter. It becomes a dining room, a storage place, a lookout tower, and sometimes a place where the leopard can return to its meal for several days. High above the ground, it can eat slowly, rest between meals, and watch its enemies eventually lose patience and disappear into the grass. That is the secret behind one of nature's most unforgettable images, a leopard lying calmly across a branch. While below it, stronger predators walk away hungry. The leopard has not become more powerful. The lions have not become weaker. But the rules have changed, and the leopard is the animal that changed them. That may be its greatest survival skill. Not speed, not strength, not even camouflage, but the ability to recognize that sometimes you do not need to defeat your enemies. You only need to go somewhere they cannot follow. And yet, even this fortress is not perfect, because dragging a kill into a tree brings risks of its own. One wrong branch, one careless movement, and the leopard could lose everything. But the final reason it accepts that risk reveals something even deeper about how this solitary hunter survives. Most people remember the leopard for its beauty, the golden coat, the dark rosettes, the silent movement through the grass. But beauty is not what allows this predator to survive. The leopard survives because it understands something far more important. You do not always have to be the strongest animal, if you know how to make strength irrelevant. On the ground, lions can overpower it, hyenas can outnumber it, wild dogs can exhaust it. But the leopard does not waste its life trying to become something it is not. It does not build a pride, it does not gather a pack, and it does not challenge every rival that approaches. Instead, it turns the tree into an advantage no other predator can use in quite the same way. The hunt begins in silence. The kill is won with precision, but the final victory comes from one decision: take the prize beyond the reach of those waiting to steal it. That is why the image of a leopard resting beside its prey is so powerful. It is not merely an animal eating in a tree. It is the result of patience, strength, intelligence, and the refusal to surrender a victory that took everything to earn. Perhaps there is something worth remembering in that. Survival does not always belong to the biggest. Victory does not always belong to the loudest. Sometimes it belongs to the one who sees the world differently and finds a path others cannot follow. So the next time you see a carcass hanging high above the African savanna, do not only ask how the leopard carried it there, ask what was waiting below: a lion, a clan of hyenas, or an entire world determined to take away everything it had earned. Now tell us in the comments, which leopard ability is more impressive? Its silent ambush, its incredible strength, or its ability to turn a tree into a fortress? And if you enjoy discovering the hidden strategies that make nature's greatest predators so dangerous, subscribe to Wild Unknown, because the leopard escapes its enemies by climbing above them. But another big cat found an even more unexpected advantage. It does not attack from the grass. It does not wait in the trees. It enters the water and turns the river into a trap. That story begins in our next video. Why jaguars attack from the water.